Okay, so Hillary Clinton tweeted and said, the Republican Party and its mouthpieces now regularly spread hate and deranged conspiracy theories. It's shocking but not surprising that violence is the result. As citizens, we must hold them accountable for their words and actions that follow. Okay, Hillary. Okay. So that's her way of saying that it's your fault. You didn't know this, maybe you were sleepwalking, but you were basically walking around in your underwear in Paul Pelosi's house, hitting him with a hammer at 2 a.m. in San Francisco. You didn't know it, but it was really you. It was really you. Barack Obama jumped on this train too, directly blaming conservatives, falsely accusing conservatives, I should say, for inciting this violence.
Turned dangerous. I want to take a moment to say a prayer for a friend of mine, Mr. Paul Pelosi, who was attacked, 82 years old, was attacked when somebody broke into his home looking for his wife, Nancy. And thankfully, doctors believe he's going to be okay, but we'll let the investigators do their jobs. But here's one thing that we can feel, we know. If our rhetoric about each other gets that mean, when we don't just disagree with people, but we start demonizing them, making wild, crazy allegations about them, that creates a dangerous climate. And if elected officials don't do more to explicitly reject that kind of rhetoric, if they tacitly support it or encourage their supporters to stand outside voting places armed with guns and dressed in tactical gear, more people can get hurt. And we're going to be violating the basic spirit of this country. Yes. So, sir, wait, come on. But this is what I mean.
People always speculate about who exactly is the person or the people who are pulling the puppet strings on Joe Biden, who's the one controlling him. It's not just Dr. Jill Biden. She's enabling Joe Biden to be used, but people speculate about who exactly is controlling Biden. I think it's this guy. It's this guy. He's the one. He's the one controlling Joe Biden. He's the one setting the Democratic Party narratives. He's not in the Oval Office anymore, but he kind of is. He's the one that's doing it. Okay, so also, I took a screenshot of this headline earlier that when I saw it on Twitter, it's from Reuters. It says, hate speech, online extremism, fed Pelosi attack, terror experts believe. Oh, well, if the experts tell me that it's hate speech that fed the Pelosi attack, then who am I to question? Maybe I shouldn't even respond to this because I'm simply not qualified to have an opinion about this. Okay, then Washington Post. This is what Washington Post writes. It's hard to even read this with a straight face because they're so absurd. Quote, for many Democrats, the attack on Nancy Pelosi's husband represents the all but inevitable conclusion of Republicans' increasingly violent and threatening rhetoric towards their political opponents. A phenomenon that escalated under former President Donald Trump, who prided himself on his inflammatory oratory and who was often reluctant to denounce white nationalists and others spewing hate speech. For a wide swath of Republicans, Pelosi is enemy number one, a target of the collective rage, conspiratorial thinking, and overt misogyny that have marked the party's hard right turn in recent years. This is Jeff Bezos' outfit, by the way. So anybody who's saying, oh, Jeff Bezos seems to be, maybe he's taking a little bit of that red pill, just like Elon Musk did. No. This is owned by Jeff Bezos. Ridiculous. So here's the point. The mainstream media is obviously just propaganda, right? The mainstream media had zero journalistic curiosity about what actually happened in the Paul Pelosi attack. We're going to break every detail of that down in just a second, but they're just propaganda. This is what the left wanted. This is what the left wants. The left is happy to see political violence when they think that violence, or when they can falsely blame that violence on conservatives, on right-wingers, on hate speech, on conspiracy theories. I mean, they're bringing out all their big guns. These are their worst insults, that you're a racist, that you're hateful, that you're misogynistic, that you sling conspiracy theories. What else are they supposed to call us? I mean, they've already called Trump actual Nazis and actual Hitler. They've called us extremists and domestic terrorists. This is their dream. Just like they tried to create that insurrection on January 6th because they wanted it to happen. They wanted people on the right to commit violence in the name of politics so that the government can use that as justification to crack down on our ability to participate in our political process. That's what the left wants here. They want voters in our country to look at the Paul Pelosi attack and think, oh my God, I could never vote for a Republican because Republicans commit political violence. Republicans are bad people. Well then, maybe I should vote for a Democrat.